How to transport an elephant by plane. Transporting an elephant by plane is a complex and delicate task that requires careful planning, coordination, and consideration of the elephant's safety, comfort, and well-being. Elephants are large, sensitive creatures, and moving them by air involves a combination of logistics, veterinary care, specialized equipment, and adherence to regulations. Here's a step-by-step guide on how such an operation can be carried out successfully. 1. Pre-transport preparations. Assessing the need for air transport. Air transport for elephants is often considered in cases where time-sensitive relocation is required, such as transferring elephants between zoos or wildlife reserves, rescuing elephants from dangerous environments or poaching zones, moving elephants for conservation breeding programs, emergency relocations due to natural disasters. B. Choosing the right type of aircraft. The size and weight of an elephant make it necessary to select an appropriate aircraft. Elephants typically weigh between 5,000 and 14,000 pounds, 2,300 to 6,350 kilograms, with large males at the higher end. Therefore, cargo planes such as Boeing 747 freighters, Antonov An-124s, or C-130 Hercules military transport aircraft are commonly used. These planes offer large cargo doors, ample space, and reinforced floors capable of supporting the weight of an elephant in a crate. See regulations and permits. Elephants are protected under various international and national laws, including the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species CITES. Moving an elephant across international borders requires CITES permits and approval from both exporting and importing countries. Additionally, health certificates, vaccination records, and veterinary approvals are mandatory before transport. 2. Health and safety considerations. Veterinary check-ups and quarantine. Before air travel, the elephant must undergo a thorough veterinary examination. This ensures that the elephant is healthy and fit for transport. Health checks include blood tests, routine vaccinations, treatment for parasites or infections. In some cases, the elephant may need to go through a quarantine period, especially for international travel, to prevent the spread of diseases. B. Elephant acclimatization to the transport crate. Elephants are intelligent animals, and sudden exposure to new environments can cause them stress. To minimize trauma, the elephant should be gradually introduced to the customized crate that will be used for the journey. Over several weeks, trainers will guide the elephant into the crate, allowing it to become familiar with the space. Positive reinforcement techniques, such as rewards with food or comforting items, are often used to ensure the elephant is comfortable. See sedation and tranquilization. While it's generally preferred that elephants remain conscious and standing during transport, light sedation may be necessary for highly stressed individuals. Vets need to monitor sedation levels carefully to avoid complications such as respiratory or cardiac distress. Sedation also reduces the risk of the elephant panicking and causing harm to itself during the flight. 3. Logistics of transporting an elephant by plane. Preparing the transport crate. The transport crate is arguably the most crucial part of the operation. It must be custom-built, large enough to accommodate the elephant's size, but snug enough to prevent excessive movement that could result in injury. Well ventilated, ensuring the elephant has fresh air during the journey. Reinforced and padded to prevent injury to the elephant from jolts or bumps during loading, unloading, or turbulence in flight. Equipped with non-slip flooring to keep the elephant from slipping or losing balance. Transport crates often come with drinking systems to ensure the elephant can stay hydrated during the flight, especially for longer journeys. B. Loading the elephant onto the aircraft. Loading an elephant into a plane requires extreme care. The process typically involves specialized loading ramps or cranes, used to carefully hoist the elephant's crate into the aircraft. Loading protocols. Experienced handlers guide the elephant calmly into the crate, ensuring there's no panic. Once inside the crate is carefully lifted onto the cargo hold using a hydraulic lift or crane. The plane's weight distribution must be taken into account when placing the elephant's crate on board to avoid imbalances that could affect the flight. See flight path and duration. Flights should be planned to minimize the elephant's travel time. Non-stop flights are ideal, as layovers can increase stress levels. Cargo planes used for transporting elephants are typically equipped with climate control systems to ensure a stable and suitable temperature during the flight. Elephants are sensitive to heat and cold, and extreme temperatures can pose serious risks. Veterinary staff usually accompany the elephant on board, monitoring its vital signs throughout the flight. In some cases, veterinarians will set up a video monitoring system to observe the elephant in real time. 4. In-flight monitoring and care. Monitoring vital signs. During the flight, the elephant's physical condition is closely monitored. Vets and trained staff keep an eye on respiratory rate, heart rate, hydration levels, signs of stress or discomfort. The use of advanced veterinary technology, such as wireless monitors, allows the medical team to keep track of the elephant's vital signs without disturbing it unnecessarily. Feeding and hydration. For longer flights, elephants are provided with food such as hay or fruits, which are easy to consume inside the crate. Hydration is maintained via water containers, or, in some cases, intravenous fluids depending on the elephant's condition. However, feeding is often limited before and during air travel to reduce stress and ensure easier management. Dealing with emergencies. Emergencies, although rare, are always planned for. The veterinary team on board must be ready to deal with complications such as a sudden spike in stress levels, dehydration, or medical conditions, like bloat, a common concern in large animals during air transport. Emergency medical supplies and sedatives are kept on hand for quick interventions if necessary. 5. Arrival and post-flight procedures. Unloading the elephant. Upon arrival, unloading the elephant requires the same level of care as the initial loading process. Cranes or hydraulic lifts gently lower the crate from the aircraft. Once on the ground, the elephant is given time to acclimatize before being released from the crate. Post-transport health checks. Immediately after the flight, the elephant undergoes another veterinary checkup to ensure there are no injuries, dehydration, or signs of stress. Elephants are observed for several hours or even days after transport to make sure they have adapted well and are not suffering from any ill effects of the journey. Quarantine and adaptation to the new environment. If the elephant is being transported to a new zoo or reserve, it may need to undergo a quarantine period to prevent the introduction of diseases to the local population. During this period, the elephant is gradually introduced to its new surroundings and may be reunited with other elephants in a controlled setting. 6. Challenges and ethical considerations. Ethical concerns. There is ongoing debate around the ethics of transporting elephants by air, particularly when it comes to relocating them for non-conservation purposes, such as zoo exchanges. Ensuring the transport is in the best interest of the elephant and adheres to welfare standards is critical. Stress management, health risks, and long-term adaptation are major concerns that must be addressed. Stress management. Even with the best preparation, transporting an elephant is a stressful experience for the animal. Long-term stress can have negative effects on an elephant's health, including weakened immune systems and behavioral changes. Caretakers and veterinarians must focus on minimizing stress at every stage of the process. Cost and logistics. Transporting an elephant by air is an expensive and logistically challenging endeavor. Costs can run into hundreds of thousands of dollars, considering the aircraft rental, specialized crates, permits, and veterinary care. However, in critical situations, such as emergency relocations for conservation purposes, this cost is often justified. Conclusion. Transporting an elephant by plane is a complex operation that requires meticulous planning and coordination across various teams of experts, from selecting the appropriate aircraft and equipment to ensuring the elephant's safety and well-being throughout the journey. Each step is designed to minimize risk and ensure a successful relocation. While challenging and expensive, air transport remains one of the fastest and safest ways to move these magnificent creatures when time is of the essence, such as during rescue operations, conservation efforts, or zoo exchanges. Understanding the logistics, health, safety, and ethical concerns surrounding elephant air transport is crucial to making informed decisions that prioritize the well-being of the animal throughout the entire process. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going.